Hi everyone, I welcome you all in this another tutorial video, and in this one we will see that how we can create a simple calculator in Java. And our calculator will be able to perform some actions like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let's start the video. But before that, if you are new here, then please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can keep watching such knowledgeable and entertaining videos. So let's begin. So guys, in order to create our first calculator, we need at least one class and few variables so we can store the data or input from the user, right? So let's create our first class here. Let's go to this project name simple calculator. Then in the src folder, we can create a new class. Let's give a name, let's say calculator, right? And by hitting the enter, we have our first class here. So this is our public class with the name calculator, and now let's go ahead and create a main method. And to do that, let's just say public and static void main, and in the brackets we'll say string, and then we'll say args, and we'll open and we'll put the close brackets. This is how we create our main method. So now let's create few variables, and to store the numbers, let's say double, and let's say num1 semicolon and double num2 and semicolon. And to store the operator, we can just say char, and then we can say operator or operators. And for our result or the solution, we can just store that in double, I believe. Let's say double, and let's say result, and that's all variables we wanted. And now let's accept few inputs from the user, and to do that, let's just say system.out.println, and we can give any message. We can just say let's say enter the first number, and semicolon because it's a statement. So this is how we can ask the user to enter the first number. And now we want to store that number in num1, but to store the user input, we need to import the scanner class first in Java. So let's go on the top and let's say import java.util.scanner. So we'll come here and we'll say import java.util.scanner and semicolon. So now we have imported the Java class, and now we need to create an object of a scanner class. So to create the object of a scanner class, we can just come here and we can say scanner, and we have to give a name to our scanner object. So let's say input, and then equals to, let's say new, and then again scanner, and in the brackets, in the brackets we have to say system dot in. And this is how we can just create the scanner of put the semicolon for sure. So this is the object of our scanner class. Now by using this input, we can just accept any input from the user. And now to store our first number, we can just come here and we can say num1 equals to, because we want to store our first number in num1, and we can just write the object which we create for the scanner class, and that is input. Then we can put the dot and we can say next double, and we are saying this next double because we want to store a double kind of data type, right? It's a the operator num1 is a double. You can see here it's a double kind of a data type, and that is why we are putting this double. If it's like int num1 or int num2, we would have written here like next int or next float. And now we can do the same for a second number, and to do that, let's just copy and paste it so we can save a little time, right? So just let's paste it and let's store this in num2, and here let's say second, that enter the second number, and then we are storing this in num2. And now let's go ahead and ask the user that what operation he or she wants to perform, right? Or wants this program to perform for them. So let's go ahead and print those operations which those are available here, right? And to do that, we can just say system.out.println, and in the brackets we can just say public plus comma minus comma multiply comma divide, that these are the operations are available that you can perform. And now in the next line we can just ask him or ask her that what is your preferred one. We can just say system.out.println, and then we can say enter your, I'm sorry for the mistakes, enter your preferred, sorry, preferred option, right? And by putting the semicolon we can make this as a statement. So now we have asked, now our work is to take that operator which the user or the customer, not the customer, the user wants to perform, right? So we'll do the same like what we are doing in the past. We can just go ahead and we want to store that in char in operator, right? So we can just say operators equals to input dot next, then brackets, the zero will be not here, brackets, then put dot here, then char at, and the bracket zero, and then semicolon. So this is how you take the input as an like the operator from the user. And now our work is to perform some logical action that can give us a result, that can give us a solution, right? So let's go ahead and use the switch case to do that. And to use the switch case, we can just come here and we can say switch, and the brackets just mention operators, and let's start. So in the switch case we have cases, right? And I believe you know how switch case work. If not, then you can refer any switch case video on YouTube, or in the I button on the top side you can see my video also, you can watch that one. So here we'll make the cases. The case 1 will be for addition, then subtraction, multiplication and division. So for the first case, let's say case, then say plus, and we want to store this in result, right? So let's say result and equals to say num1 plus num2, and then semicolon, and don't forget to put this break. Oops, this equal to will be not here, and here's our first case. Now let's go ahead and create our other cases. So it's better if you can just copy and paste this so we can save our time. Let's say here we have case 2, then case 3, and then case 4. And now we just need to change the signs. Let's say for minus or for subtraction, just do num1 subtract num2. For the multiplication, you just do num1 subtract num2, and for our last case for division, let's say num1 divides num2. So this is how our case gonna work. And one thing we can do more, we can put a default message here that if user choose a different option that is not available from our these four operators, so the user, he or she, can get a default message that error, sorry, enter something else, like that, correct? And to do that we can just come here and we can say default, and default message will be system.out.println, and let's say error, right? Let's say error, try again, and semicolon. So this is our default message, and let's return it. Okay, now our last work is going to be print those values, that print the result to the user. And to do that, let's say system.out.println, and in the brackets let's say num1, and then put this plus sign to combine the other message. Let's put this inverted commas for the space and plus, and then put the operator because we want to show the user that which operator got applied for this. So let's mention operators and plus, then give some space, and at last by putting the plus we can just say num2. And let's do one more thing. Let's say plus, and then we'll say in equals to in inverted commas, and let's give space so that it can look more beautiful, and this plus sign, and we have to print the result, and the result is stored in the result itself. So just say result and put the semicolon. So this is we can create a simple calculator, and now let's go ahead and run the program so we can test that if it's working. And here you can see it run and we got something like this. It's a console. It asking us for enter the first number, let's say 5, then enter the second number, let's say 5 again, and enter the operator from the given list. We want to enter multiply. Let's see. So 5 into 5 is 24, and this is why I have mentioned num1 here, which means first it is showing that what is my num1, then it is showing my operator to me, which is multiply, and then num2, which is again 5, and then the result. So this is why I've written like this. I can just write the result to get this 25, right? My num1, then it is showing my operator to me, which is multiply, and then num2, which is again 5, and then the result. So this is why I've written like this. I can just write the result to get this 25, right? And we are getting this point 0 after 5 just because we have taken the variable as a double. If you don't want this, you can just put int. You can say int here, and for if you put int here, you have to do here next int. So that's all, guys. This is how you can create a simple calculator. I would recommend you to just create your own and comment me and let me know that if you have created or not, and if there's any issue you can always comment below or you can email me also. That's all for this build. Catch you in the next. Goodbye.